What is up, boys and girls? Thank you for tuning in today. I am the Nail Mogul with IINT, the International Institute of Nail Technology. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be demonstrating one way to apply your acrylic on a coffin that's going to give you the results that you don't want. And then you're going to become totally frustrated because you're going to try to file it into shape and it's going to take you forever. And then when you're done, it's still not going to be that crisp coffin shape like you want. So then on my pinky finger, I'm going to show you that it is the way that you apply your acrylic that will result in a coffin nail that is slender and shaped perfectly before you file it. I'm just saying, nail children, listen to nail mama. So here's one type of coffin nail tip, and I prefer these because they are flat and have what most techs and clients would describe as that perfect coffin look. These are by BT Art Box. Now these are also coffin nail tips, but you can see that they have a much more rounded shape than the previous ones. These coffin tips are very popular for doing press-on nails. So I'm going to start with my ring finger. And this is a method of application that you don't want. I'm going to apply my acrylic in a way that is consistent with using a smaller brush. This is a Kiara Sky size 18 brush, and it is an awesome brush, awesome tool, boys and girls. I totally recommend that you get one of these. So I'm placing this first bead slightly up from the free edge. My second bead is a medium size, and that's consistent with the amount of acrylic that you would apply to a square nail tip, not a coffin. I want you to really note that right here, you can already see that the nail is starting to take on a rounded shape. The way in which I have applied my beads has caused the nail to begin to bulge at the sides like the shape of two parentheses. One thing that I want you to remember with the application technique that I'm using on the ring finger is the amount of acrylic that I'm using. So now on the pinky, I'm demonstrating the preferred technique of acrylic application to make a super slender, crisp, well-shaped coffin nail enhancement. You want to place a larger bead on about 3/4 of the way up from the free edge. When you place it on, you want to press it downwards. Press it downwards, and as you do so, push in on the sides. Press it downwards and push in on the sides. Keep pressing it downwards, push in on each side. Do that consistently and often, and the acrylic will take on the exact same shape as the nail tip. So if you just keep pressing and pushing in on each side of the nail, the acrylic will automatically taper off at the tip of the free edge. Simply pinch that little bit of excess with the brush, and this will give you the perfect amount of acrylic at the free edge. You can already clearly see that the nail on the left, the pinky, has a flatter shape that is closer to the original shape of the nail tip. The ring finger, the nail on the right, is chubbier, it's rounder, it's thicker, and it's going to be harder to file that nail into shape to get the same result that you're getting with the pinky simply by applying the acrylic differently. What's key to note with this technique that's different from applying acrylic to a square nail tip is that I'm using the brush after applying the acrylic to wipe and blend the acrylic downwards so that the shape is flatter, longer, and smoother. So at this point, it should be apparent that the technique for acrylic application that I used on the pinky finger versus the ring finger is going to be much easier to file and shape and get a perfect shape. I'm simply going to take my abrasive file and lean it straight up and down against each side wall and pull back and forth a minimal amount of times to perfect the shape of this nail. The ring finger acrylic application is going to be much harder to get a really crisp coffin shape that pops. So based upon this demonstration, I have clearly proven that the ring finger acrylic application creates way more filing, and in fact, no matter what I do to file this nail, it's never going to have as good of a coffin shape and look as the pinky finger. Thank you so much for watching today. If you have any questions or anything that you would like for me to review and do a video technique for, please send me a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible.